So this is one of the most significant notions, thoughts, ideas through the day and throughout the night, where anything that pertains to any form of company, any form of group, whatever anything may be, sodas, words, clothing, food, anything you can think of. If something pertains to whatever company, whoever's onto anything, those groups are aware of who's buying their merchandise, who's doing what they're doing, what they're feeding into, what they're believing. Is something just, something unjust? Some group care, the other group doesn't care, possibly. So all that has to be known in terms of what may be occurring. You know, who's buying whose product and who's controlling whom, and is everybody aware of one another? And if so, these are liars. These liars have to change according to what is true. So then, in changing what is true through time, the correct similar, this will be similar to this instead of dysfunctions, and back and forth. So there's groups that are just similar to what I was saying, and they're buying a product, they're changing, they're doing everything they're doing because they understand something is wrong, similar to what I'm doing. They can't blame me. They know that. Yet some attempt to blame people based on beliefs or something, to dupe something, to condition something, to then be able to get to me. Okay? That's what happened throughout the time too. A lot of groups try to get to me and got to me in terms of having different types of wrong effects on me under the cover of various things to try to then undermine something or go against something and change something from blue to the color red. It has to be reverted, everything. Because think about this, that those groups, whatever they're doing, they have a specific responsibility and job to do. Whatever they're doing, whoever's buying any form of item, those groups are aware of you. Anybody. And those groups have to also be aware too, in terms of any form of unjust that they may be doing. And so they are aware. Everybody's aware onto them, from my understanding. And so therefore, and they're closely being observed now because of the illegal and unjust activities possibly they've been doing. So those groups, those people, whoever is controlling them, they have to get out of their control. They cannot be in their groups. Everybody has to leave those groups, cannot be in those groups. Dysfunctional. Part of the problem. Maybe why conflicts occurred. So that's how people know who's who and who's aware of what. I'm glad I caught this. And I was aware of this. And connecting the dots. So this equals that there's different types of people and whether they choose just or unjust things to do. Excuse me, just things to do in terms of refraining from something. These groups then try to make just unjust, try to turn just into unjust, just, less just, and unjust, depending on whom, straight to just to unjust, depending on whom, slowly, slowly, just to unjust, to then be able to cause issues on them to get away with them. In other words, similar to this person's true, these people have no idea what's going on. This person or these groups attempt to fool these people to go against this person that is true and go against these people too if they're not aware of one another. Very, very significant.